Researchers were surprised when they heard this scary sound from the ice of Antarctica. Although they were studying something else, this sound confused them in a new debate. Welcome back to Zem-TV's videos. Viewers, we humans have been getting entangled in its mysteries since the time we have discovered Antarctica. This 40% larger than Europe ice continent is spread over an area of about 136 million square kilometers. This means that 4 India or 17 Pakistan countries can fit in this area. Antarctica is the only continent in the world that has been explored the least, and we all know the reason for this. Yes, the extreme conditions here. All the ice in the world, whether on mountains or in big glaciers, if all of them are collected, it becomes only 10% of Antarctica's ice. This gives you an idea of how big the ice sheets of Antarctica are. For the last millions of years, ice has been accumulating here. Its depth has been noticed at many places up to 4.7 kilometers. That means 5 Burj Khalifa can be erected directly in Antarctica's ice, and a lot of space will be left empty after that. Many secrets hidden in this ice have been revealed in the past decades. But even today, researchers are risking their lives here and trying to find out about the mysteries of Antarctica. 4 of which we are going to know in this video today. Number 4. Pyramids. Many geologists have their own opinions about Antarctica. Some say that the conditions here are so severe that no ancient civilization lived here. Some link aliens and extraterrestrial civilizations to Antarctica. But in 2016, a satellite captured a very amazing scene in Antarctica. The structure-like pyramids was seen rising from the melting ice. This photo sparked a new debate among geologists. All 4 sides of it look exactly like the pyramids of Egypt. And each side is exactly 2 kilometers wide. For reference, let me tell you that the sides of the largest pyramid of Giza are only 750 feet or 220 meters. There are a lot of chances that these are not natural formations, but pyramids made by a civilization. And if someone has really made it, then it is also possible that there will be many more pyramids in such a large Antarctica, or related secrets from them will be buried in the ice. Now, if we believe this theory for a second, then a lot of questions arise in our minds. Who were they and how did they do this in such a cold? Yes, it is true that ice core drilling has found samples of millions of years old ice. This proves that millions of years ago, there was such ice here that it is not possible to live. But in 2017, a team of German geologists did core drilling at many places, and the result was really amazing. Thousands of years old herbs and tree samples were also found in the core drilling, which are buried thousands of feet below the ice. These were the same trees as found in a rainforest. According to scientists' estimates, about 11,000 years ago, during the last ice age, the entire Antarctica was not covered with ice. In fact, there were some areas where forests were found and life was possible. But the question is this pyramid shown in this photo or not? No one was able to physically go there and check it, but one thing became clear, that there was a time when Antarctica was green and full of life. In 2002, a large part of the ice in Antarctica broke and entered the sea. This ice shelf, called Larsen B, was 3,250 square kilometers wide and about 220 meters thick. Consider it to be the size of Karachi. Such a large ice shelf melted quickly in the ice of the sea, and apparently, due to this, the water in the ocean also increased significantly. Scientists and researchers first understood that perhaps due to global warming, Larsen B has also separated from Antarctica. To prevent this from happening again, and to prevent another ice shelf from separating from Antarctica and increasing the ocean level, a team of researchers placed 34 sensitive sensors in the ice of the Ross Ice Shelf in the north of Antarctica. They actually wanted to know why ice shelves break and how they can be stopped. Let me tell you that just like desert dunes, Antarctica also has ice dunes that cover the ice shelf and insulate it well. With the help of these sensors, the physical properties and structure of the ice shelf were being investigated. But the result that came out, it caused a stir in the entire scientific community. Seismic data revealed that the Ross Ice Shelf was vibrating all the time and this sound was being heard from inside. The frequency of this sound is only 5 Hz, so it cannot hear the human ear directly. But the data from the sensors clearly showed that there is some power here that is vibrating the ice shelf non-stop. After months of research, some changes were seen in this sound. During the same time, it was also noticed that as the weather changes, the sound coming from the ice shelf also changes. Finally, it was found that this sound is produced by the wind in the Ross Ice Shelf. As the wind changes its direction, the sound coming from the ice shelf also changes. Just like the sound of a flute changes depending on the wind. Now, the researchers can guess what is happening inside the ice shelf, how strong it is and whether it is separate from the mainland or not. 2. Under ice lakes. It is very difficult to imagine anything under the thick ice of Antarctica. But the fact is that scientists have discovered many underground lakes here. In 1970, the first lake was discovered under Antarctica by the radar's mother. According to an estimate, more than 400 lakes have been discovered so far, which have not frozen under the ice for thousands of years. The largest lake in them is Vostok, which was discovered by Russian scientists. It is not only the largest in Antarctica, but also the third largest lake in the world in terms of volume. When samples were taken from this lake, which is found 3.5 kilometers below, its water was not frozen despite being -3 degrees Celsius. And this is a lake that is 2 billion years old. In 2014, scientists found microorganisms in Lake Violence that are found only here in the world. These incredible creatures have never tasted the taste of fresh air or the light of the sun. But still they have made their world. But how is this possible? Experts believe that their main source of energy is methane gas coming out of the ground. 1. Mount Erebus. It is quite difficult to imagine a place on the coldest continent in the world where there is a fire. But the fact is that there are many volcanoes in Antarctica. There are only 4 volcanoes on Ross Island, of which Mount Erebus is a living active volcano. This 3,800-meter-high volcano has been boiling lava inside it for the past 130 million years. The presence of active volcanoes in Antarctica is no less than a miracle. It is so remote in Antarctica that it is very difficult to reach here due to the dangerous weather. For the first time in 2013, some scientists were successful in climbing this volcano. And they found many microorganisms alive in the volcano's heat. It is believed that these strange creatures are found only in Antarctica in the world. We hope you will like and share this video of Zem-TV. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. See you in the next video.